house. In any case, Akiho continued her strenuous effort alone as the Robot Club's brave president. She used the entirety of her day off on Saturday and finally completed reassembling of the Prez. Oh god. Ear. That's better. Still the best. Akio makes exaggerated sound effects with her mouth as she presents the honorary Prez to me.
これが種子島新さんの生まれ変わった姿だ。
テスト前日の貴重な休みに何やってんだか。
それは言わない約束。
The forbidden topic. The only real change to the robot's appearance is the tail-like protrusion on its butt, attached to a caster. This appears to be the mechanism for the special attack that Akio mentioned before.
できればサーボとかセンサーも全部新しくて性能のいいやつにしたかったんだけどな。もっと時間とお金があれば。
Infinite cash and time. Now there's a wish that ain't never getting granted. Ain't that the truth?
ネジはちゃんと足りた？
足りてるよ。そんなポカはしないって。余ったりもしてないし。
それはよかった。ね、組み立て終了記念のお披露目式とやらはこれで終わり。
About an hour ago, Akio called and woke me up. She wanted me to come to school for a reveal ceremony.
お披露目式は終わり。これから稼働テストをします。大会まで残り1週間だからね。この1週間でバグ取りと操縦方法に慣れるためのテストプレイを徹底的にやり込むの。
Robo 1 spans 2 days, next Saturday and Sunday. Honestly, I don't know if I should be annoyed that there's only 1 week left, or happy that we still have a whole week to go. Whatever, I'm not gonna stress over it.
ラッキーなことに、来週はテスト週間でお昼までに学校終わるから、時間はたっぷりあるよ。
アキちゃん、勉強する気ゼロだね。
勉強してる場合じゃないもん。
Akio sticks her thumb up and grins. Yep, it's game over. Either way, she's decided to do her operational tests in the school hallway. I guess I'll watch while playing some Kill Ballad. Akio holds a large controller in one hand and carefully reads the manual spread out on the floor of the hallway.
そのプロポ、やたらとスイッチついてない？
Oh god. This reminded me of the time I tried to fly a drone. Jesus. The thing's covered in dust after being in storage for a decade. It has 2 control sticks and like 10 switches. As a result, it looks a hell of a lot more complicated than the old controllers that came with RC toys.
それが名誉部長用のプロポなわけ？
そう。
Akio proudly confirms for me as she looks up from the manual.
お姉ちゃんがね、操縦しやすいように独自の方法を編み出した話って知ってるでしょ？
そうだっけ？
その神がかった操縦法を見て、当時のロボワン出場者の人たちは度肝を抜かれたらしいよ。
Akio takes a deep breath and blows on the controller. She can't help but cough as a cloud of dust from the controller surrounds her. This is what happens when you try to do things the quick and easy way. You should have wiped it down first.
マニュアル見てるだけじゃ始まらないよね。実際に動かしながら操縦方法は覚えていこう。カイ、ちょっと手伝って。
手伝ってほしいならキルバラで。
もう種子島新さんを少しだけ立たせておくだけなんだからそんなこと言わないでよ。
Jeez. Well, I guess I could do that. I nod, and Akiho hands the prez to me. It's actually pretty heavy. Now that I'm holding it for myself, I can tell that it's heavier than it looks.
両足を地面につけて立たせておいて。
I do as I'm told and stand the honorary prez up in the hallway. However, it can't stand like this on its own, so I support it by holding its shoulders. During this time, Akio flips the power switch on its back to on. The prez looks like it shudders for just a second. Accompanied by the sound of spinning motors, it straightens its back out and corrects its posture.
やった動いた。スカイ、もう離していいよ。
When I take my hands off it, the prez stands up gallantly. It's like he's a completely different robot.
今のどうやったの？
電源を入れるとね、全部のサーボモーターの歯車があらかじめ決めておいたホームポジションに戻るの。まあ、要するに自立できる姿勢ね。
I figured it had self-learned the terrain, then automatically adjusted its posture to stand up on its own.
さあ、準備完了。
Akio looks at the honorary prez and gives it a satisfied smile. In her hands is the clunky controller.
それじゃあいよいよ種子島新さん発進せよ。
Akio's hands begin to fiddle with the controller. The honorary prez takes a step forward with its left leg. I gotta admit, seeing it walk is starting to get me a little excited. The honorary prez takes another step with its left leg. Then the left leg again.
左足しか動いてないけど。
Which means it's just rotating in place with the right leg as its axis.
あ、そうだ。間違えた。今度こそ。
Step 1. Walking. This time, the right leg moves. And the left leg again. Right leg. Left, right, left, right.
どうね、歩いてるよね。
ちゃん
Small
と
victories.
歩いてるね。さっきのは何だったの？
間違えただけだってば。
Left leg, right leg, left, right, left, right, left, left. The left moves a little, then the right. It's not walking very well. How bad do you gotta be at the controls to make it move like this?
タイミング取りづらい。
I don't see you trying it, man. I stand next to Akio and watch her finger movements. That said, they're relatively simple. She's alternating between pushing the left and right control sticks upwards. I guess each stick corresponds to a leg?
手はどうやって動かすの？
手はね、ちょっと待って。
Akio stops her hands and looks at the manual on the floor.
切り替えスイッチはそうそう、これ。
She appears to be searching for something on the controller before flipping a switch back on its back.
スイッチで切り替えると、こうして。
Akio returns to the two control sticks that were manipulating Tanagashi Machine 3's legs earlier. Only now, the honorary prez's arms are linked to their movement. They move up, down, left, and right.
おお、完璧。
To be honest, the movement tracing is pretty accurate, so it's impressive how freely the little guy can move around. The only problem...
その操縦方法だと手と足は同時に動かせないんじゃ。
そうだよ。
Yup, she says.
ね、これがロボワンを震撼させた画期的な操縦方法なわけ？
そう。
How did Misane manage to win like this?
分かってないな、カイは。みんなが震撼したのはこんな操縦方法なのに、お姉ちゃんはすごい動きで戦ってみせたってところ。うちも実際に見たことあるけど、本当にすごかったんだから。両方の指がね、もう止まってる瞬間はないんじゃないかっていうくらいずっと動いてて、あとプロポからずっと音がしてた。 スイッチ切り替えの音カチカチカチカチって2本のコントロールスティックと全部で14個のスイッチを状況に合わせて見事に使い分けてたの。言ってみれば種子島新さんの操縦はお姉ちゃんにしかできないスーパーピーキー仕様だっていうことだよ。
なるほどね。
I totally buy what Hakiho is selling. Misane is the only one who could make this work. That's the problem. That's exactly what I was thinking.
アキちゃんはそ
that's
の
the
スー
problem.
パーピーキーなプロボを使いこなそうと、そういうわけか。
それはこれから練習して慣れていくんだよ。
本番って来週だよね。
来週だよ。
無理だね。
When I point this out to her, Akio hangs her head.
大丈夫だよ。1週間あればお姉ちゃんレベルは難しくてもそれなりに動かせるようになれる。きっとなれるもん。諦める暇があったらとにかく練習あるのみ。
And she raises her head. She's even more spirited than she was before.
絶対にこの無茶苦茶な操縦法をマスターしてやるから。おー、たぎってきた。
Feel the cosmos. Good grief. She's the physical manifestation of positive thinking. But see, even for a fighting game player like me, it'd take like a month to get a feel for these controls. It'd be faster to change the controls to something easier for Akio. If it were me, I'd have it play like KB. Of course you would. Needless to say, I don't tell Akio any of this. She can do whatever she wants. It isn't my place to interject.
それよりかい、見て見て。こないだ話したやつ。うちが今回独自に種子島新さんに組み込んだ必殺技。
Akio wears a proud expression on her face, then presses the red button on the controller. Of course it's the red button. Oh my god! The honorary prez suddenly bends forward. Maintaining that pose, it falls backward onto its butt.
倒れちゃったけど。
ここからだよ。
It begins. Really?
いっけ
Oh my god, this better be good. Then, still in the same pose, it suddenly blasts forward.
ー。どう？かかととお尻にキャスターをつけたの。これで突進することでね、超高速、超威力のスライディングキックになるわけ。不意をつけるし、うまくやれば相手のパンチをかわしてそのままカウンターにも持っていけるよ。名付けて種子島アクセルインパクト。
それパクリじゃん。
いいの。
She's right, it really doesn't matter. More importantly...
あれ、いつ止まるの？
The honorary prez just keeps charging along down the long hallway.
まずい。
And it's gone.
止めて。
どうやって？
追いかけて。
おいおい、止まる仕組みついてないとか。
Oh my god.
止まる仕組みなんてつけたら複雑になっちゃうでしょ。
I was legit curious about the special attack thing because she kept going on about it. Fool me once. Victory is looking like a pipe dream. Akio continued her practice through the entirety of the afternoon. I quietly played Kill Ballad while she struggled with the controls. Needless to say, no steadying happened. And just like that, several days pass by since Akio began her operational training. Final exams are already half over. I think it goes without saying how Akio and I have been faring on that front. Supplementary exams, huh? This sucks. After exams today, Akio once again hits the club room to train. She ends up spending hours at the work table.
あれ？
She hasn't improved at all. Akio was never dexterous to begin with, and Misane's custom controls aren't something anyone can imitate. But I've known this since Sunday.
アキちゃん、そろそろ7時になるし、今日はお開きにすれば？
うん。
ずいぶんお疲れだね。
そうかな。
目のクマがひどいよ。
おっと、それは恥ずかしい。
Her bashful expression is less spirited than usual. Akio takes a deep breath, then puts the honorary president controller in the carrying case she found in storage. Akio has been taking the prez home every day to practice.
さあ、帰ろっか。
いつも何時ぐらいまでやってるの？
I say to her as she's locking the clubroom door.
徹夜。
寝てないってこと？
1時間くらい昼寝してるから平気だって。あと、実はテスト中も。
答案用紙を白紙で出すとかしてるわけ？あきちゃんかっこよすぎでしょ。
白紙にはしてないよ。ほとんどわかんないけど。
I've got no room to talk. I'm in the same situation as her.
夜はちゃんと寝ないと体が持たないよ。
大丈夫。若いんだからなんとかなるって。
若いとかそういう問題じゃなくて。
I get the feeling she's trying to dodge my concerns, so I grab Akio by the shoulders and stop her.
分かってるでしょ。あきちゃんは無理はしちゃいけないんだ。
うん、そうなんだけど。
焦る気持ちはわかるよ。でもさ、俺だってあきちゃんにいつもついていられるわけじゃないし、体調管理は自分できちんとしてもらわなきゃ。
ごめん。
Akio looks dejected as she offers up a sincere apology. But her face looks kind of pale. This isn't good.
じゃあ、今日は帰ったらちゃんと寝ること。
テスト勉強しろとは言わないんだね。
After reaching the parking lot, I turn to face Akio as usual.
ね、大丈夫？
I ask the usual question. Her answer doesn't come. Today is different. Uh-oh, that's not good. Charging. Akio weakly shakes her head back and forth, her face still pale. It doesn't take long for me to understand the situation. I immediately have Akio sit down where she's standing.
なんなら保健室まで連れてくけど。
ここでいいや。
She tries to force a smile, but her brow is covered in a layer of cold sweat. Akio puts out her hand and I hold onto it. She tightly grips it. Before long, her face becomes expressionless. Her eyes are open, but she's not really there. She's not actually looking at anything. Her breathing gradually grows deeper and heavier. All the strength leaves her body as she slumps over. I hold her shoulders to support her. She's like the honorary prez when it runs out of power. I idly look up at the sky as I compare the two images in my head. Once this happens, it doesn't matter how much I call out to her, Akio won't answer. But this is normal. She has attacks like this regularly. That said, it's rare for them to occur with such perfect timing. There's only one way to treat this. You have to wait till she gets better. After about 5 minutes, she'll naturally recover. Thus, there's no need to panic. I've seen her have these attacks for years now, so I understand how to deal with them. By that, I mostly mean holding on to Akio and supporting her. That's all she needs, and all I can do for her. I let go of Akio's hand, and in its place I put the pink stuffed toy hanging from the tablet at her waist. Then, still with a blank expression on her face, she starts to squeeze and fiddle with the toy in her hand. The little stuffed toy she always carries on her is the perfect size to fit in the palm of her hand. It's so dirty and colorless because she always squeezes it during attacks to remain conscious. That's right, Akio is still conscious. The only way I can really describe this condition is as an attack. At this very moment, while Akio is spending 5 minutes in reality, she's perceiving it as 1 second of time. I know this because these attacks aren't anything new. Plus, Akio always tells me about them afterward. 5 minutes of reality gets compressed into 1 second of perception. Feels like time is moving super fast for her. Meanwhile, for the people watching her, it's like she's moving in slow motion, like a zombie or something. Elephant mouse syndrome. That's the super scientific name that doctors have given it, but Akio and I call it FF. Nice and simple. Short for fast forward. You know, like how video players have fast forward and rewind buttons. Sounds confusing because of all the different perspectives, but we call it FF from Akio's viewpoint. These attacks aren't something she was born with. They're the after effect of an accident that happened 8 years ago. Ever since that day, Akio and we've been afflicted with these unpleasant attacks. They tend to occur after we put strain on our bodies, things like staying up all night or exercising too hard. That's why I always tell her not to push herself. That's why I always ask how she feels before she drives her scooter. That's why I go with her if she's heading to school, even on days off. That's why I'm a member of the Robot Club. If something happens to Akio, I need to be there with her so I can look after her. And the same goes for me. My symptoms are a bit different from Akio's, but I still have to deal with the same after effects. My attacks actually require proper nursing. So in that sense, you could say that Akio and I are both supporting each other. The reason we're both together, always together at school, isn't just because we're both in the Robot Club or childhood friends. It's so we can deal with these attacks when they happen without causing problems for other people. We'd love to get better ASAP, but there's no cure for our particular condition, so we've just got to deal. Which means that in order to protect ourselves, the very least we can do is support each other. Akio slowly moans, but doesn't form any words. The parking lot is slowly being blanketed in the darkness. If someone happened to run into us now, they'd probably think we were two lovebirds messing around. Anyhow, I call Akio's mother and ask her to come pick her daughter up. The attack only lasts 5 minutes, but the numbness of the body lasts much longer. She shouldn't be driving. After the call, I have nothing to do but wait for Akio to recover. I take a look at her face. She has the expression of a no mask. Empty eyes, slightly quivering lips. Sometimes she ends up drooling, so it's actually kind of a problem. There was one time where she totally soaked my shirt. Jeez, this idiot. Oh, rude. That's why I told her not to push herself too hard. She's already constantly rushing forward when it comes to the Robot Club. And now she wants to add Robo 1 on top of that? Fixing the honorary prez, staying up all night to learn its complex control scheme. Akio is that desperate to protect the Robot Club and make her dream a reality.
Yare.
But I'm not blameless. I saw her walking that dangerous line and didn't warn her as much as I should have. Maybe I should have forced her to stop? Or maybe I could... Or should I have helped more? That's where I'd put my marbles. I don't know, but supporting each other, huh? I guess I have no choice. I sigh, straighten out my thoughts, and pull out my phone droid to kill time playing Kill Ballad. Akio says my name. Slowly at first, then gradually faster. She blinks her eyes and then speaks again. Strength begins to return to Akio's hand. She weakly grasps at mine. I guess it's been about 5 minutes.
もう平気?
Looks like she hasn't recovered enough to stand yet. While still leaning against my shoulder, she nods a little, then starts to slowly take deep breaths. She told me before that after an attack, she's so exhausted that she can't even walk.
おばさんには連絡しといた。もうすぐ迎えに来てくれるよ。これに懲りたらもう無理はしないこと。こらこら、この後に及んで何その返事。
じゃあパイ、オペレーターやってくれないかな。
What a low blow. She's really asking me that at a time like this. How unfair can you get?
わかった。
Akio opens her eyes wide.
まさか受けてくれるなんて思ってなかったよ。いつもの勝負とかしなくてもいいのかな。
今回は特別。
そっか。でもありがとう。助かるよ。
ただし条件がある。ミサネ仕様の操縦方法は俺でも無理。だからキルバラみたいな操縦方法にしてよ。
Akio cocks her head like she doesn't really understand what I'm saying. Just then, I hear the sound of a car horn coming from the school gate. That might be our mom. I lend my shoulder to Akio to help her stand, and we slowly make our way toward the front gate. After entrusting Akio to her mother, I drive home alone on my scooter. I stop by a neighborhood park on the way. The park is poorly lit, so it's pitch black. The red aurora in the night sky stands out even more as a result. Until 4 years ago, it was possible to see Tanegashima Space Center rocket launches from here in Uchugaoka Park. Now all it has is a dog walking course. The park has the kanji for space in its name, but it ain't very cosmic. Half the stairs up to the viewing area have rusted away. When I was in grade school, there was a do not use sign. The go-kart space in Minamitane-cho local hall at the park have been abandoned for over 10 years. Even the new local hall they built a short distance away has been closed. That's exactly why. That's why this is my favorite spot even now. At night, it's completely silent. Nobody comes here. Plus, it's close to my house, not even 5 minutes by scooter. Here, I can sink into the darkness with nobody around to bother me. Just me and some quality time with Kill Ballad. It's kind of mysterious. I was this close to relating to this guy. I was like, I too like to go out at night and just chill with nobody around. And then Kill Ballad happened. My nerves get sharper than usual, and I can focus better when I'm here. I come here when I want to get some serious play in, like when I'm pushing for the #1 spot. I sometimes chat with folks from Tokyo when I play. They rag on me for only winning because I play in quiet spots. What? In Tokyo, they still have those crazy places called arcades. I guess it's common to have crowds watch you play. Same with tournaments held overseas and stuff. A gallery of thousands of people sitting in a massive hall. Everything is so loud you can't even hear the game. Players get up on stage and fight against their opponent who sits right next to them. I guess you're not a true fighting game player unless you can win in a situation like that. Oh, those are intense. But as someone who barely ever leaves Tanegashima, what's that got to do with me? This is my playstyle, and it's helped me climb up to the spot of 5th best in the world. I don't care if people hate on me or my strats. The stage helps me win. Anyway, time to get started. Just kidding. Or not. I get a call on my phone droid. Who the heck could it be? Jeez.
電話受信。
As soon as I answer, Akio's loud voice resounds.
もう平気なの？
うちは落ち着いた。 今家に帰ってきたとこ。ありがとう。そんなことよりさっき言ってたこと。
Hakio, you're too close to the camera, and you're being way too loud. You'd never guess that this was the same girl who had an attack earlier this evening.
さっきって俺がオペレーターやってもいいって話？
それその時条件出してきたでしょ。
出したよ。キルバラの操縦システムにしてくれって。できそう？
いや、できないよ。でもそれすごいアイデアだと思うの。
Akio is crazy excited.
そんな発想全く思いつかなかったもん。格闘ゲームのシステムとホビーロボットの操縦の融合か。これノーベル賞ものの発明だよ。
I don't know about that.
大げさだな。
そんなことないってば。キルバラのシステムを使うっていうことはコントローラーはポケコンになるんでしょ。想像するだけでワクワクしちゃうよ。あと1年準備期間があればな。
But we don't. Including today, we have 3 days left. Plus, we gotta leave the island for Tokyo on Friday evening, so tomorrow is our last real day for prep. We're at a complete deadlock. There's nothing we could possibly do.
せっかくカイもやる気になってくれたのに。
別にやる気になったわけじゃないよ。またアキちゃんに倒れられたら厄介だから、それだけだよ。
それでもいいの。うちはカイの言ってくれたこと嬉しかった。できればあと1週間早く行ってほしかったけどね。とにかく明日と明後日で何ができるかもうちょっと考えてみるね。じゃあおやすみ。
おやすみ。
I got mail? After I disconnect, I sigh to myself. Deep down, I kind of hope she'd just give up. Do I check that, or
あいつのことだから。
is he gonna check that? I've been iffy about this Robo 1 thing from the get-go because it's obvious that the VP is just toying with us.
メール受信。
Okay. I was like, is this on me? What? Gejine? Texts are all garbled. Considering it's just gibberish, I delete it.
キルバラ起動。
Okay, yeah, that was certainly weird. I'm gonna get back on schedule. I boot up Kill Ballad. Let's forget that weird thing that just happened. Even if we did make an appearance at Robo 1, there's no way we'd be able to win with Misane's control scheme. It'd be humiliating to go to Tokyo, lose, and come back to the island to see the VP's self-satisfied grin. Plus, the only way we'd ever be able to implement Kill Ballad's control scheme would be to ask the game's creator. Oh hey, speak of the devil. There he be. That's funny. I get matched up with none other than Frau Kojiro. What's going on here? Talk about way too perfect timing. I still remember the shitty way they accused me of being a chick. I mean, they didn't accuse you. They were confirming something they had heard. But it's water under the bridge. I've got nothing to lose. I know now that Frau Kojiro doesn't use voice chat. While that's a pain in the ass, I can still use text chat. Ignoring the actual match, I start typing on the touchscreen. Evening, thanks for messaging me the other day. Just so you know, I don't cheat. I have no idea who told you that was the case, but it's not true. By the way, I know this is sudden, but I have a request. Have you heard of Robo 1? I'm set to appear in the tournament this weekend. And so I was thinking of trying to use Kill Ballad's control scheme. With the hobby robot I'm entering Robo 1 with. I know this is a ridiculous thing to request, but could you share the Kill Ballad source code with me? If it makes me easier to trust, I'll happily give you my identity. My name is Kaito Yashio, and I live in Tanegashima. I'm a third year at Central Tanegashima High. You want my home address? I mean, let him respond, man. I want the creator to respond with, but first you have to beat me in Kill Ballad. Oh, whoops. Giving away the source code to some random high school kid would be the epitome of stupid. Goodbye, money. I doubt anything will come of this. As expected, Furao disconnects midway through the match without saying a word. Must have really put them off. Yeah. I gaze up at the night sky. I feel like I could see way more stars back in the day. But the crimson stain in the northern sky has made it difficult to spot stars these days. Tokyo's at a higher latitude than Tanegashima, right? Wonder what the aurora looks like over there. Akio is face down on her desk, groaning. She's holding the honorary prez's giant manual. I'm guessing she's been reading it all morning, ignoring class. The prez's programming is printed in the manual. That's Misane for you. Excuse me. Akio has a dejected look on her face while she flips through the notebook.
このプログラムを新しく構築するなんて一日でできるわけないよ。
Akio declares her surrender in the empty classroom after the day's exams.
カイのアイデアは最高なんだけどな。
じゃあ、東京行きもやめるってことで決まりだね。
Now that that's all settled, time to get grub. Time to grub. I stuffed my cheeks with the curry bread I bought earlier in the day.
それはやめない。出場さえすれば 1% でも優勝する可能性はあるし。
言うと思ったよ。ほんと諦め悪いところは厄介というかめんどくさいよな。
I mean, that's literally something a supervillain would say, but alright.
今のまま出てもアキちゃんが赤っ端書いて終わりだと思うけどね。
はい。
Akio quickly stands up and faces me.
オペレーター、やってくれるって昨日言ったよね。
She firmly grabs both my shoulders and clings to me in tears.
言ったよね。
条件付きでってところが抜けてるよ。
昨日の回はあんなに優しかったのに。
ダダをこねないように。
回に少しでもロボ部を思う気持ちがあるのなら。
ないね。
これっぽっちも。
俺に言うことを聞かせたいなら勝負か条件を達成するかそのどっちかだよ。
Akio hastily whips out her phone droid. Oh boy.
一回でも勝てばいいんでしょ。だったらこれから本番まで36時間くらいずっと付き合ってもらうけど。
200 matches later. So that's her strategy. Akio's nowhere near my level, but it's possible that over a bunch of matches, I make a mistake and she gets lucky. There are no absolutes in fighting games, after all.
I
mean, there are. It's in the code, but I think I get what he's saying. I quickly finish my curry bread, then thoroughly wipe my hands with wet tissue.
じゃあ始めようか。それとも場所移動する？
いい。まずはここでやる。
Akio's pretty worked up. I grin and pull out my phone droid. Oh, a message. Who could it be from? I find the timing a bit dubious as I open it up. I mean, who else would it be from? Turtle speed response. Sorry for the turtle speed. I want to see what they said to say, but turtle speed response. What? Just the response. I mean, yeah, okay, fair enough. Sorry for the turtle speed response. What you said yesterday was really interesting, so I tried whipping together a program for you, Unishoshi. I upped it, so try it up. Up it? What? Like, oh, like up. Okay. So try it out. Giovanni did it last night. Too easy. Who the hell is Giovanni? Lol. Anyway, TBH, I don't really talk to people like this, but consider it an apology for treating you like a cheater. But BTW, I sort of maybe kind of got a thing to discuss with you, so I might contact you again. Give me your thoughts on the program I sent too. Anyway, below you'll find the app required to use the program I sent and a list of parts you're gonna have to dump into your hobby robot. It ain't gonna be cheap, so you'll have to front the cash, lol. I'm tired. That message tired me out. Wait, what the hell? The message is filled with all sorts of bizarre terms I don't recognize, but I get the general gist of what's written.
はい。
キルバラ操縦システム実現できるかも。アキちゃん、このパーツ揃えられる？
I show Akio the parts list at the end of the message.
どうかな。ロボクリニックに行けば揃うのは間違いないけど、在庫が今あるかどうかは聞いてみないと。ねえ、このメッセージの人誰？
キルバラの作者。ダメ元でソースくれって頼んだら、ソースどころかプログラムを作って送ってきた。
おお、風が吹いてきた。これはたぎる展開だね。
Akio is so excited that it's genuinely hard to believe she was just clinging to me in tears. Even I never expected such a convenient turn of events to go down like this. It's a little hard for me to be too happy, though. Who knows what Frau Kujiro has in store for me? I mean, worst case scenario is to read more of his borderline incoherent messages.
どう？
焦んな。今やってんだからよ。
Doc's never done stuff like this for the Robot Club before. Nearly 6 hours zoom by after explaining the situation to Doc. It's pretty late. The date's about to change. Doc keeps saying, interesting, while he helps install the parts. The robot doctor's skills are a thing to behold. He also lent us a laptop, but quickly took it from Akio due to her slow programming. Now he's doing it himself.
ねえ、どう？
I too am a slow
全部
typer.
僕がやったらうちのやることなくなっちゃうよ。
お前みたいな小娘に任せてたら終わるもんも終わらねえだろうがよ。
そうだけど。
任せといた方がいいよ。アキちゃんよりよっぽど信頼できるからね。
I'll let Akio pout by herself for now. Doc's fingers move like running water as they glide across the PC keys. The PC is wired up to the controller board on the honorary Prez's back. It's basically the Prez's brain. You load the PC... What? You load the movement control program into it from the PC. Generally speaking, this is where the overall quality of a hobby robot is determined. Not that I have any clue what all the program text and numbers on the monitor mean.
ま、こんなもんだろ。
Look at this old rocker. He's usually snide and cold, but he's clearly in a good mood today. Is he enjoying this?
動かせるところまではやっといた。あとの細かい調整はオペレーターの好みになるだろうから好きにしな。
早速動かしてみようよ。
Akio pulls the USB cable out of the honorary Prez and stands it up on the floor. Then she flips the power on.
カイ、準備いい？
待って。
I need to start up the app. I've already downloaded the Kill Ballad System 2019 app that Frau Kujiro told me to.
まだ？
早くしろ。
カイ。
起動したよ。
Displayed on my phone droid monitor is the first-person view of a robot cockpit, Kill Ballad style. This is just a dummy image. There's no camera built into the honorary Prez. Not to mention, there's no point in reproducing a proper FPS perspective on a hobby robot.
うちにも見せて。
That's cute. Akio peeks at my phone droid from the side.
キルバラっぽい。
Looks like Frau Kujiro reused her KB UI. It's not that the screen layout is like KB. It literally is the KB UI.
たぎるね。
たぎる。
Oh? I chime in. Even I can't deny that this is exciting. Plus, this thing was built by Kill Ballad's one and only creator.
見てるだけじゃ動作テストにもならんだろうが、ぼさっとしてねえで、さっさと動かしてみろ。
Kai's finally been hooked. The Kill Ballad System 2019 help says that the control scheme is the same as Kill Ballad's.
コマンドの組み合わせであらかじめプログラムしておいたいろんな動作を出せるって。
とりあえず一つだけ仮で登録しといたぞ。
キルバラと同じコマンドで頑張るアッパーが出せるはず。
基本だね。やってみるか。
It's a command I input several hundred times a day, so I'd never mess it up. Upon successful input, the Prez crouches down, then stands back up while doing an uppercut with its left arm.
いいね。
バッチリ。
That's really
誰が
cool,
考
actually.
えたシステムかは知らねえが、大したもんだ。
The way the system works, if you just press random buttons, you'll only throw out basic moves. But by combining command inputs, you can unleash more complex moves. That seems to be its most unique feature.
かい。
Akio's face is a bit red as she excitedly gazes at me.
条件はクリアされたよね。ね、何しろカイもたぎっちゃったくらいだもんね。
Condition?
オペレーターとしてロボワンに出てほしい。お願い。
Upon saying this, she puts up one hand like she's taking an oath.
カイのゲームの腕を生かす時だよ。
Honestly, as of yesterday, I never would have imagined anything like this. Anything of this. It's like the stars aligned for us. Akio would never accept no for an answer. This is gonna be a real pain. But hey, at least now it looks like we can win. And anyway, I already told Frau Kujiro that I'd be competing in Robo 1.
仕方ないな。
I shrug my shoulders. Oh god. Connection? What? Okay. We good? Computer? You alive? Stay alive. Stay with me, please. Okay. Alright, we're good. Oh! Okay, we're good. I might need to call it here soon. Oh, God. Stop. I give Akio a high five.
まあ、約束は約束だし。
Akio grabs my hand and starts shaking it around.
カイ、ありがとう。そんなカイにあの人のこの言葉を送るよ。
Oh my god.
カゴの中の鳥は干渉される道具でしかないと覚えておいてくれ。
アキちゃんは俺に手伝ってほしいのかやめさせたいのかどっちなの？
手伝ってほしいに決まってるよ。本当に嬉しいんだよ。カイの実力はうちが誰よりも知ってるんだから。
That's because I've thoroughly crushed Akio in so many matches that I've lost count. I suppose you could refer to it as the knowledge gained through pain and suffering.
そうと決まれば、明日の夕方の出発までに種子島シンさんの調整をしておかなきゃ。残りのコマンドも登録しないとだし。すぐ帰って仮眠取って朝6時に部室集合ね。
やだよ、そんな朝早くに。アキちゃんやっといて。
I still haven't packed for the trip to Tokyo either.
この後に及んでまだマイペースだな。とにかくお腹も空いたし、帰ろう。
Akio hurriedly puts the present into its carrying case and is about to cheerfully exit the store when...
おい、ちょっと待ちな、ロボブ。
Not so
何かな、
fast.
ドク。
Doc is still sitting at the counter. He waves a sales slip at us.
パーツ代、 締めて税込み1万6000円だ。
Oof. Oof.
安心しな。サービス料については負けといてやる。それはいい。
Oh, good. Thanks.
それはいいって。それでも1万
Oof. A lot of money. Just the blood drain out of Akio's face.
どうかうちらがそんな手持ちないの分かってて言ってるよね。鬼、こうつくばり金の亡者。
Even.
誰がパーツ取り付けやらセットアップやらしてやったと思ってやがる。
ドクが勝手にやってくれたの。
I mean, does Robo One have a cash prize or something? That'd be certainly help with
なんか
this.
言ったか。
Maybe. I don't know.
なんでもないです。
She laughs it off, then whispers into my ear.
はい、どうしよう。ミッチでも呼びつけようかな。でもあいつ呼んだって来てくれるとは思えないし、結局最後までお金に泣かされたか。世知辛い世の中。カイ、こうなったらうちが人質になるから、カイ一人で東京に。
アキちゃん落ち着きなよ。
Using yourself as collateral. Certainly not a strategy I would have thought of, but alright.
そんな言い方しなくても。だってじゃあどうしたら。
ドク、
I call out to the old man.
今回のパーツ代ロボワンの優勝賞金で払うよ。
Okay, it is a prize. There's a cash prize. Nice. Yeah.
カイ、今の最高にクールだった。
まあ俺が出るからには優勝は当然狙っていくからね。
And if we lose,
今の
well,
はちょっとキザだ
here we go. Here comes
って
death.
思わないこともないけど。
お前ら大人を舐めてんだろ。
My trump card isn't working? Doc shoots us a sharp glare.
だがロックだな。
He bends his lips into a smirk. Apparently, that's his idea of a smile. Seeing it sends a chill down my spine.
いいぜ。出世払いってことでつけといてやる。
Hey, that actually worked.
どうもドク。
Let's keep it a secret that I was scared shitless.
宣言したからにはちゃんと勝ってきな。負けたって支払いは1秒も待たねえぞ。
任せて。
Akio puffs her chest out with pride. For some reason, she seems terribly confident. By the time I finally get home, it's way past 11 at night. It goes without saying that Mom is pissed, but I somehow manage to avoid being lectured and hop right into bed. It isn't until I'm in bed that I realize I'm still not packed for Tokyo, but whatever. I have tomorrow for that. Tokyo, huh? I've never been there before. I mean, I see it on TV and in the news all the time, but I can't even begin to imagine how many people live there. And trains underground? That just seems nuts. I find it hard to believe when people tell me about how buildings are lined up endlessly as far as the eye can see. It might as well be a fairy tale world to a rural islander like me. But it's also where Misa lives. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't excited or intrigued, but it also sounds a little scary. In 24 hours, I'll be in Tokyo. It just doesn't feel real yet. Despite being fairly exhausted, I end up laying in bed for over an hour, unable to sleep. This is pretty out of character for me. I might actually be pretty jazzed up about the trip. Okay, alright, my computer's melting, so that's the end of this one. Saving time. Don't die on me, computer. Alright, the end.